Sup, lads? Oh shit. This is a little bit of a different one. I'm gonna be presenting just a bunch of cool hardcovers that I bought on a trip to California that I took with a friend recently. Um, my wallet is crying, but you know that's just the way it is. I finally went to a Barnes and Nobles for the first time in my life, and well, I went a little crazy because I found some really cool things that I've been wanting for a long time now, and honestly, it also made me realize that it's a good thing that there's not a Barnes and Nobles in my town because I'd probably not have a lot of money most of the time. But one of my favorites that I found when I went there, I actually did not really have my own form of transportation that was insured, but I like walking, or at least most of the time I do. The walk back wasn't so great, but I walked around 5 miles to the first Barnes and Nobles in like 105 Fahrenheit, which is what, I don't know, like 35, 40 Celsius. Anyway, stupidity aside, I got this bad boy here, Dune, hardcover Dune, and it just looks absolutely spectacular. I'm not sure if you can actually see it that well, but basically, let's see if I can get this thing off real quick. You don't really wrap these things that well, not gonna lie, so this paper should be easy to... I say that and then it ends up giving me some trouble, actually. Hold on. This would help if I think... Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm thinking that it wasn't so easy to see with the glare on it. Ooh, this feels really nice too. Like the blue part of this hardcover is like its own texture as opposed to the rest of the book. It's like kind of matte here. It looks just so nice though. Look at that filigree. Look at the attention to detail on this. I've been wanting a nice solid Dune by Frank Herbert hardcover for a while, because Frank Herbert is really the only writer for Dune in the original too that I actually care about right now. I don't really know how his son, what his son did with the series. I haven't heard too many good things. There's like a divide now, but this is what I want. This is what I plan to read completely. I've seen the movie and I actually have the Jodorowsky's Dune poster that I really like that you could see there. But I've never read the book actually, and it's a bit unfortunate because I've been wanting it for a while, and I finally have it. Here it is, in all of its glory. That'll look nice on the shelf, and here's the spine. That might not be so easy to see because my lighting is absolutely atrocious right now. In fact, let's see if I can fix that. Okay. But yeah, that's the first book that I bought. Probably the one I was maybe most excited for. Next up, on to the video, I got this. I got Bram Stoker's Dracula and Other Horror Classics. Horror. Oh man, this looks really cool. This is another one too that I'm very excited to finally read and look at, because I've been wanting to copy a nice hardcover with cool fancy filigree on it for a while for Bram Stoker's Dracula, and this is solid. It's got a good amount of weight to it, it just looks nice. I love these hardcovers so much. They're just sturdy. They've got cool little filigree designs, text, symbols all over it. They just look so nice up on a bookshelf. And yeah, this actually is. Oh, there's the back. A lot of these have cool looking backs too. But the what was I gonna say? Probably not too important if I already forgot. But yeah, no, this isn't just Bram Stoker's Dracula. It has more to it, which is a little neat. I didn't actually notice that until I had bought it and I was looking at it on like the drive back to where I live, which is in Oregon, and especially in a town that has nothing to do. But this was pretty cool. I was happy to finally get this. And for $25 too. These are all fairly cheap. Like some of the books I've bought are from Easton Press books, or what is the other one? EastonPress.com, I think. And I am having a hard time thinking of the other one. But if you use Easton Press and the other site that I cannot think of right now, you might know that those books are not $25 typically. And in fact, they are the kind of prices you don't tell your spouse, actually, or your friends, or anybody really. You buy them and hope nobody ever asks you the price. But these were $25, and they look, I mean, in my honest opinion, they look just about as good, if not in some cases better, for $25. But anyway, enough talking about the massive deals I've gotten. Let's open this up. Yeah, that is pretty nice. This I still love, but yeah, I don't know. This one's a little odd. It's got like a shoe smell, like new shoes, and this one actually smells like a book. That is very, very odd. I don't get that at all, but I don't think I showed you guys the cool hardcover, or the back cover to this. It's really neat. It's got like the sandworms from Dune, and like some moons in the background and such, and a little bit more of the filigree all over the book. It's just so cool. Oh, you're right. But yeah, so those are the first two. The next one, this one I didn't even plan on, well, I mean, I didn't really plan on getting any of these, but this one I have never planned on really buying, but I was perusing the hardcover section, and I found this little thing hiding. The Inventions, Researches, and Writings of Nikola Tesla, and I thought it just looked really cool. A nice, sturdy, solid hardcover of Nikola Tesla's life achievements. I've never really wanted this, at least not, on my own consciousness, not on my own volition, but, subconscious-wise, I saw this and I said, hey, I like Nikola Tesla, and I wouldn't mind having a book that talks about him and showcases a lot of his achievements. This one has a cool little quote on the back. Just says, each day we go to our work in the hope of discovering. It's kind of neat, Nikola Tesla. I don't know if that's just a funny internet quote. He didn't actually say that, kind of like, Abraham Lincoln's anything if you're brave enough. But regardless, I hope he said that, because it's a cool quote, and I don't know, makes this book look a little bit cooler. Anyway, I'm going to set that there. But we're definitely not done yet. This right here, this is something I didn't really plan on getting. This I just saw and I thought it looked cool. It is, let's try to fix this here actually, because it is not looking so amazing. I want it to be fairly centered, but whatever, that's good enough. Chinese Myths and Folktales. This one just looks so nice. It's got all this red, gold, filigree symbols all over. And I'm actually most curious and excited for this one now, because I don't know what... I don't know Chinese myths and I don't know Chinese folk tales, so it's gonna be kind of cool to learn about them. And it's got a cool little like Asian dragon on the back, Eastern inspired dragon, with cool like those cool like cloud designs that you tend to see in Asian inspired stuff. And more cool filigree all over. Yeah, this one I am very much so excited for. It's got a cool little book spine too. That'll look nice up on the shelf. Let's open this one and see if it smells like a book or some new shoes. Sweet. Nice. Let us see. This one does not have a smell. I don't think so anyways, not really. That is really odd. I wonder what is affecting the smells of these books, but there it is without the little plastic wrapping. Just looks as cool as it did with it on it, I guess. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for all of these books, but on to our last one, most likely. I have never really gotten too invested in the series, but I suppose now's the time if I was going to. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Now this is one that I think my dad actually really loves. I think there's a movie of this, right? I feel like there's got to be one. I don't know. I could be wrong, but this is something that I'm still gonna read. I like the hardcover. It's got a bunch of fish and like sea creatures on it. I'll be honest. It's probably the most children book looking one I have. It's got like blue and green, but regardless, it's still nice. It's got a cool spine. Man, my lighting. I am very sorry about that, but yeah, I have all my lights on too, by the way. This particular area, but it's got a cool little quote too. The Earth does not need new continents; it needs new men. Wow, that's pretty epic. But yeah, it's got a cool back too. Let's the case off this actually. Let's see what this one smells like, right? We've had one that smells like shoes, one that smells like a book, and then one that does not have a smell. Let's see. Let us, This one faintly smells like a book. Kind of weird, huh? So, these were the 5 hardcovers that I bought that I cannot wait to put up on the shelves, but I actually just forgot. I have a little extra that I just now remember. Alright, here we go again. This was a cool little pocket edition of The Art of War by Sun Tzu. It's very thin, as you can see if I can align this. And it's very cool. It's got like gold printed pages on the outside, whatever you call that. It's got some of the cool Eastern influenced dragons, and some cool filigree. Or actually not really any filigree to be honest, but it's got cool looking beginning and like end pages. And it's just a really nice small pocket book for The Art of War. I probably won't be sticking it in any of my pockets because I really don't want to ruin this. I just really love the way it looks. But yeah, thought something I wanted to show. It's just really nice looking. Yeah. And then we finally have, or not finally, but this one's kind of neat. It's a little bit of a collection of random classic science fiction stories. It has it has some neat stuff in it. It's pretty thick too, actually. It's got Edgar Allan Poe's M. Valdemar, Scarlet Plague, Martian Odyssey, Diamond Lens. That one was an interesting one. I won't spoil it for you, but it was really weird. If you want to read that, just know it's just fairly weird. Maybe to some people not in a good way, and to some people maybe still not in a good way. I don't know. But yeah, it actually even has an H.P. Lovecraft story in it too. I forget which one exactly because it doesn't say on the front page, but it's like a little compilation of classic science fiction, I suppose. Pretty neat. But then we have The Art of War Illustrated. This one is very cool. It's got like modern depictions of what some of Sun Tzu's teachings might look like today. Some of his tactics might look like today, and it's just a very nice, solid hardcover. Very, very tall too. But that's mostly it. It's got a cool little spine there with these little string things on it, and nothing really on the back, but sometimes, simplicity is pretty nice. Let's set that over here. And finally, to some people this one's going to be pretty cool. To some people they probably won't know exactly what this is, maybe, but it's The Art of Howl's Moving Castle. And this is really cool to me. I've already looked through every page in this because I just really love Howl's Moving Castle. It's probably still my favorite Studio Ghibli film, personally. I just think Howl's a cool character. He's like this really cool wizard, and I love the castle there that's just a bunch of scrap metal and random pieces from other machines all just put together into a castle, big old fortress that moves. I just love the movie. I've always loved it and thought it was cool from the time it came out and I saw it for the first time. First Ghibli movie I watched all the way too, actually, and when it came out, when it was released, at least here in the Northwest, and I was like, that's a really cool movie. Really liked that. But yeah, so not much else to this. Doesn't have anything on the back. Has a pretty alright spine. Just kind of tells you what it is. Nothing really to it. But yeah, that was a pretty cool little find. This one was actually pretty expensive. This was $35. Most of these were only like $25, oddly enough. But yeah, this was my haul from my California trip. And we actually went to another Barnes and Snobbles on the way back. We altogether we went to Barnes and Snobbles like 3 different times. My friend was looking for board games, and I was just looking for cool, fancy hardcovers with a bunch of filigree all over. And I'd say that my bookshelf is going to be pretty full after this. It's going to be stocked, and that makes me happy. It looks pretty empty right now. So that was a pretty good haul. My wallet is barren, but you know what they say. I mean, this was cool. I was very happy with all this. Not much else to say. I figured out that the further away it is, the harder to see, because the light gets better, as it comes closer. So, just one last time, I wanted to kind of showcase them all very quickly with like decent lighting, so that you could actually get a little bit of a better look. So when I hold it back here, the light goes very dim and dark, and I don't know, I feel like I didn't really do a great job of showing you guys exactly what these look like. I need to figure out how to turn this place into a little bit more of a studio or something. Maybe get an actual camera holster or another one that actually works. Maybe borrow a camera, rent one out, something. When I do this, but yeah, this is just pretty amateur. And for a video like this, where I'm just trying to showcase cool stuff, I'd really like to have appropriate lighting, because who wants to watch a video where I just show them these hardcovers they can barely see? But yeah. So, the Nikola Tesla one. It's really cool. Yeah, it's pretty unfortunate lighting, but you know, at least I found out that I can get better lighting the closer I put it up to the camera. Novel idea, I know, right? Who would have thunk? Who would have thought that the closer the book is, the better it is to see, the easier it is to see, I mean. Anyway, last one, my favorite one still. I just love this Dune hardcover. I can't wait to just start opening these pages and reading it before I go to sleep. I like to, like a lot of other people, I'd assume, like to read before they go to bed, because you know, you're not looking at a screen. You just start reading it, then you get real tired, and then you just put it up and go to bed. And I don't mean to be one of those people that is like highly ultra anti-blue light, but you know, I do use the blue light filters, and screens I think do really keep me up. I kind of need to turn off my TV like 20-30 minutes before I go to sleep. It really does do something to me, I think. Or I just have terrible insomnia no matter what, but I just can't get over how cool this looks. I just love this Dune hardcover so much. I love all these books, but specifically the Dune Chinese Myths and the Dracula one, I just really am excited about. But that'll be it for this video. I just was pretty excited about these books because they're gonna make my bookshelf look a lot nicer. And they're gonna be nice to read. I was kind of I have a good amount of material. Most of my shelf actually is just manga though, as you'll probably be able to see there. I have the complete fiction of H.P. Lovecraft, and that's fun to read occasionally too, but you know, I'm not always in the mood to just read a bunch of spooky, slimy, multiple-eyeballed eldritch alien gods, which is pretty much all that book is, just different interpretations of such with different plots and elements. And then I got the alchemy and mysticism. I got a Tolkien, I got like a Tolkien encyclopedia there that kind of talks about what inspired most of what Tolkien wrote. And, oh yeah, and actually, I neglected to show this, but I have the Fist of the North Star hardcover. They've been releasing these, which makes me just so excited because they've been neglecting this franchise for a little while now. Like, we got a game for it, the Yakuza-inspired game, but the hardcovers, like the Fist of the North Star mangas and all that, is very difficult to find for a while. And there's actually one on Amazon for here that was like $900, and I was like, what the hell? Now, like, maybe collector stuff, but I'm really excited that they're releasing hardcovers for this franchise. I just really love them. But yeah, I've already read all through the Fist of the North Star one. Manga's pretty easy to read, I'm not gonna lie. So I don't really have a lot of reading material. So it's kind of nice that I have just a little too much now. I went from like having maybe 1-2 books here to this whole shelf is probably going to be full. I also do plan on dividing this. Some people might not care. I personally don't like having the more Western influenced books like the H.P. Lovecraft fiction and like alchemy and mysticism and all that. I don't like it being combined with all this Japanese manga and all that. I want there to be some amount of like what's exactly the word I'm looking for? Like, I want there to be some amount of like dividing, like sorting. Like I don't really mind if the alchemy and mysticism is next to the fictional alien book, but there's just something about the anime manga being next to the giant Western filigree books that I'm not too into. I'm pretty excited to sort this out and get all the cool books that look like this all on one shelf, and get the mangas that, you know, look like Captain the Harlock here, and Fist of the North Star, and the Devilman, the Berserk on its own shelf, which is going to be fairly easy. You might have to move this, but yeah, can't wait to do that. I have a lot of sorting to do, and yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Thanks for having a go at it. Lights. So here is some of the books that I was showcasing in this video, but with better lighting. Still really love that Dune one. Anyway, that's truly it.